So you've got the drawer. Most people we talk to have some version of the drawer. Magnesium, because everyone said magnesium, a B complex, because you read about 45 minutes before you bought it, some adaptogen with a name that you can barely pronounce, maybe a probiotic, a vitamin D, a thing for your hair. And if you actually added it up, you're spending real money on this every single month. And here's the part that gets to people. You're doing it. You're taking them. You didn't just buy them and let them sit there. And you're still hitting that wall around 2:30 in the afternoon like it has an appointment on your calendar. So let's actually talk about why. Not in a vague way, but I want to give you something that you can use today, whether you ever come see us or not. Here's the first thing that helps. There isn't just one kind of tired. There are at least two, and they're really different. And most supplements are only built for one of them. The first time is a shortage. Your body is actually low on something it needs and you feel it. That's the kind of tired a supplement is genuinely good for. If you're low on a thing and you give the body the thing, it can help. That is real. The second kind is different. It's not that you're missing something, it's that your body never fully puts itself down. It's been holding on, bracing, wound up for so long that even when you rest, some part of it stays switched on. That kind of tired isn't a shortage. So adding more to the drawer doesn't move it because the drawer is built for the first kind and you've got the second kind. So how do you tell which one you've got? Let me give you a few questions to ask yourself. This is the part to actually do, not just listen to. 1, can you feel your shoulders right now? Drop them. Did they have somewhere to go? If they dropped a couple inches and you didn't even know they were up there, that's a sign that you're holding. A shortage doesn't park your shoulders up by your ears, but a pattern does. 2, do you wake up already tense, jaw tight, shoulders up before the day even began? Sleep is supposed to reset that. If you're waking up braced, tight, and tense, the problem probably isn't how much you slept. 3, does your tired have a reason that you can point to? A rough week, a stretch of bad sleep, your cycle. Tired with a clear reason can absolutely be a depletion thing, and that's worth looking at. But if you got a genuinely good night of sleep, had an easy week, and you're still wiped out, that points away from shortage and more towards holding. 4, when you actually stop, when do you sit down with nothing to do? Does your body settle or does it get restless, like it doesn't know how to be still? A body that can't come down on command is a body that's been holding for a really long time. If you said yes to those last few more than the first one, I'd put money on you having the holding kind. And that changes what's actually going to help you. Now, let me do something I don't think enough people do, which is walk you through what's in your drawer and tell you what each thing is really for. I'm telling you what I see clinically, not handing you a gospel, so take it as one doctor's read. Let's start with magnesium because almost everyone is taking it. Magnesium is involved with helping muscles relax, and in sleep, that's why it gets recommended for tension and for winding down. And it can help if a muscle is short on what it needs to let go. Magnesium can give it that. But here's where it stops. Magnesium can help a muscle that wants to relax. It can't talk a muscle that's bracing on purpose to stop bracing. If your shoulders are up because your body's holding a pattern, the best magnesium on the planet isn't going to reach that. It's aimed at the chemistry problem, and you've got a tension and holding pattern. Adaptogens are next. Things like ashwagandha and rhodiola. These things are built to help your body handle a heavy stress load and to take some of the edge off how it all feels. And for some people, they do take the edge off, but notice what they're working on. They're working on how the stress feels. They're not changing a body that's physically stuck on. They can make the holding more bearable, but they don't undo it. And a B complex. B vitamins help your body turn food into usable energy, which is why people reach for them when they're dragging. If you're genuinely low, replacing them can help. But think about what we just said. If your body is spending its energy bracing all day around the clock, then handing it more raw material to make energy doesn't fix the leak. You're topping off a tank on the body that's idling high the whole time. See the pattern? None of these are bad. None of them are a waste. They're all kind of just built for the shortage kind of tired. And if you've got the holding kind, they were never going to be the answer, no matter how good the brand was. So let's get specific about what the holding kind actually looks like so you can spot it on yourself instead of taking my word for it. Shoulders. Where do they sit? Down and back. Easy. It's where they're supposed to live. Up near your ears, especially by the afternoon, is a body that's holding. Jaw. When your mouth is closed and resting, your teeth should be lightly apart but not touching. Your lips are together, your teeth are apart, and your tongue is resting on the roof of your mouth. If you catch yourself with your teeth clenched or your jaw aches by 3 o'clock, that in itself is a tell. Breath. This one is the cleanest. Put your hand on your chest and a hand on your belly and take a moment to breathe normally. The belly hand should move first and move more. If your chest rises first and your belly barely moves, you're breathing high and shallow, and that's a body that is stuck in stress or fight or flight. Now your hands. Notice how you're holding the steering wheel, your phone, a pen. Gripping when there's nothing to grip for is the same pattern showing up somewhere you weren't looking. None of these things you're doing are wrong. They're just things that the body does when it's been on for too long. And once you start noticing them, you really can't unsee them. So here's where we come in, and I'll keep it short. There's no supplement whose job is to tell you that your shoulders need to come down. There's no pill that gets your body to stop holding on. That's the work that we actually do. We look at how your body is moving, where it is stuck, and we help it let go of a pattern that's been running. And we do nutrition under the same roof. So if part of it really is a shortage, we can look at that too instead of just guessing. What I see over and over is that when a body finally lets go of holding the kind of tire that no supplement ever touched, starts to lift. Not because we added a magic thing, but because we helped it set something down it had been carrying for years. And I'll be honest about the woo of it, because we're a little woo here, and I don't mind saying so. There's something that happens when a body that's not on guard for years finally gets the message that it's allowed to come down. People describe it differently. Some people like a rock for the first time in forever. Some people say they didn't even realize how loud their own head was until it got quiet. It's not magic. It's just what a body feels like when it isn't bracing anymore. So if you're sitting there with a drawer, I don't want to tell you feel like you wasted your time or money. You're answering the question with the tools that you are handed. The question worth asking now isn't which supplement comes next. It's whether your body has actually been allowed to put itself down in a long time. And that's something we can look at together. If that's landing for you and you're anywhere in the greater Columbus or central Ohio area, we'd love to take a look. You can book your first visit at the link in the description below, and we'll figure out exactly what's going on.